It was a quiet evening in a small neighborhood grocery store. Most customers were rushing through, but one woman stood at the counter with a worried expression. Sarah, a single mom struggling to make ends meet, was counting every penny to pay for the few groceries in her cart. Little did she know, her life was about to change forever. And it all began when Keanu Reeves, the Hollywood star with a heart of gold, walked into that very store. Sarah had been having a tough year. Raising her 3-year-old daughter on her own wasn't easy. She worked long hours at a local diner, barely scraping by to cover rent, childcare, and basic necessities. Every month felt like an uphill battle, and despite her best efforts, the bills kept piling up. That night, Sarah had hoped to buy enough food to last a week, but the reality of her financial situation hit hard. She found herself putting items back on the shelf, choosing between milk and diapers. Her hand shook as she counted her change, calculating how much she could afford without sacrificing tomorrow's bus fare to work. Keanu had just finished a film shoot nearby and stopped at the store to grab a snack. He noticed Sarah struggling at the counter, her eyes filled with a mix of frustration and sadness. Something about the scene struck a chord with him. He couldn't just walk away. He walked over and, with his signature calm demeanor, asked, "Everything okay here?" Sarah turned, surprised to see a kind stranger standing next to her. She hesitated, not wanting to share her struggles with a stranger, especially not with someone who looked vaguely familiar. "I'm just trying to figure out how to stretch my budget," she said with a nervous smile. Keanu, recognizing her discomfort, said, "Why don't we take care of this together?" He turned to the cashier and asked to cover Sarah's groceries, without hesitation. Sarah's eyes widened. "No, you don't have to do that," she protested. "I insist," Keanu said with a warm smile. "We all need a little help sometimes." As the cashier bagged her groceries, Sarah thanked him profusely, still trying to process what had just happened. But Keanu wasn't done yet. He pulled out his phone and made a quick call. "I've got a friend who manages a daycare program. I think we can help you with childcare support," he said. "Also, I'd like to cover your rent for the next 6 months. You shouldn't have to choose between food and a roof over your head." Sarah was speechless. Tears welled up in her eyes as she struggled to find the right words. Why would you do this for me? You don't even know me." Keanu looked her in the eye. "Because someone should have done it a long time ago." A small crowd had gathered around, watching the interaction unfold. Whispers of admiration filled the store. Some customers even started clapping. In that moment, Keanu wasn't just a movie star. He was a real-life hero. He stayed for a while longer, talking with Sarah about her dreams and aspirations. She told him about how she wanted to go back to school, to become a nurse, but couldn't afford the tuition. Keanu nodded thoughtfully and made another call. "I've got an idea," he said. "There's a scholarship program that might be able to help. Let me connect you with someone who can guide you through the process." Sarah couldn't believe what was happening. For the first time in months, maybe even years, she felt a sense of hope. Keanu listened carefully as she shared her story, how she had once dreamed of helping others as a nurse. But life had taken an unexpected turn. The news spread quickly. By the next morning, local news outlets were talking about Keanu's unexpected act of kindness. But for Sarah, it wasn't just a headline. It was a turning point in her life. Thanks to Keanu's support, Sarah was able to enroll in a part-time nursing program while her daughter attended daycare. The financial relief allowed her to focus on building a better future, and she promised herself that one day she would pay it forward. Sometimes the smallest act of kindness can ripple out in ways we can't imagine. For Sarah, it came in the form of a kind stranger who believed in her when she needed it most. That moment changed everything. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more heartwarming stories. See you next time.